إله
ألا إله
إلا الله
إلا الله
وأشهد
وأشهد
أن
أن
محمدا
محمدا
رسول الله
رسول الله
وأبرأ
وأبرأ
من كل دين
من كل دين
يخالف
يخالف
دين الإسلام.
دين الإسلام.
الله أكبر
الله أكبر
الله أكبر
الله أكبر
الله أكبر
الله أكبر.
Welcome to Islam. You are officially Muslim now.
Like, she must have... He'll just, like, do anything. He'll do anybody. Like, anybody. Any woman. Anything is good for him. Any hole's a goal.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Welcome to Islam. You are officially Muslim now.
Any hole's a goal.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Welcome to Islam. You are officially Muslim now.
Any hole's a goal.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Welcome to Islam. You are officially Muslim now.
Any hole's a goal.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Welcome to Islam. You are officially Muslim now.
Any hole's a goal.
Allahu Akbar.
Allahu Akbar.
Welcome to Islam. You are officially Muslim now.
Any hole's a goal. And she doesn't care. She's out there working to pay for his cigarettes while he's doing another woman in her purple bed. Like, what? No shame being bi, gay, or whatever. Just don't point fingers. Yeah, exactly. Remember every time we go there, why is the lube open? I'm so happy I'll never have to go through that shit ever again.
Today is February 6, 2023. Follow my cursor. It is 3:26 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm starting my work on this reaction now, and I'm not using the funny voice or the song because this is serious, and I hope to get this done later today, February 6th, and published. And if not, then it will be early in February 7th. So first thing, I want to thank everybody for coming by for my most recent, which was the Dalek robot reaction sort of thing. I was the first reaction channel to notice that Chantal, with her enormous bulk and wearing the abaya, has a straight back and like a front that is huge and tapers outwards. And she looks like a Dalek robot. Anyway, it was hilarious, good stuff. However, it was based on her leaving Kuwait, and I did it about a week after she did it. So I didn't get much for views because this whole Foodie Booty mess is just keeping up with the enormous amount of crap that she produces. And I'm going to speak to that in a moment. So let's just have a bit of a review. Oh yeah, before I get down there, I just refreshed this, right? And so the most recent thing she did today, February 6th, was streamed an hour ago. And yes, and there she is with junk food. Okay, so let's just go back and have a little bit of a review. And so this was like one of the last ones she did in Kuwait, of course, stuffing herself with too much food. And then here's when we found of the unaliving of the late Laneta Brown. Chantal gets right in there, and, you know, I can't believe it. She puts the title, Be the Light, and she gives like some help phone numbers to call. Chantal is the cause of that vulnerable woman getting caught up in this so-called gore world mess. And anyway, I don't want to rehash all that because I've already spoken to that. It's just sad, and Chantal, you know, pretends like she cares. It's just, Chantal is a monster. And then her next live and her last live from Kuwait, which was saying that gore world is a hate mob. Well, meanwhile, Chantal is the one at the center of it all. And she's creating a fake storyline that is very powerful in that she pretends to be a rape victim and an assault victim. And now she pretends to be a Muslim, which she is not. And so her first live when back in Canada is she was called on her giving like $50 to the GoFundMe for the late Laneta Brown for her family to bury her. And Chantal is such a monster. She turned it around and said, hey, I have a bankruptcy hearing tomorrow. This is all the money that I could afford. Well, YouTube payday, today is February 6th. YouTube payday is still about more than 2 weeks away. And since that time, Chantal has had no problem stuffing herself with junk food of all kinds, and, you know, delivery and burning gasoline. And so, you know, $50. I mean, she may as well have just stayed away and said, you know, I don't want to get involved. $50. disgusting. So her material has returned to the same garbage that it was before. Because before she started pretending that she was in love with this guy who she's not married to and not in love with, she just wants to start, a fake couples channel and get like easy money from that. Her material was just, bees, 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 bees. All right, look, I'm gonna get to some footage, okay? So don't click off with my talking here. I just like to do some backstory. So the material has returned to what it was before, which is just sitting around on a couch, sitting at the kitchen island, lying on the llama pillow, and just talking baloney, talking gossip, swearing, dirty stories, being vile, and stuffing itself, this monster. So it's all back to what it was before. So bees, 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 bees. Yeah, and I should have, I'm titling this one something like Chantal is not a Muslim and she never will be. If I wanted to follow more of this story, I should call it, Chantal is throwing her cats away. So she's now raising that she's going to get rid of the cats. And what this long talk is leading up to, well, I have to. This is the backstory, is that the material is back to being the same garbage it was before. And just an hour ago, there she is again with just sitting by the kitchen island, talking baloney and eating junk. So I mean, she's no Muslim, and it's just her wearing the hijab, pretending to be Muslim. She's using it as a costume. Okay, I'm going somewhere with this. So it was 2 days ago, hot chicken bees. This is the footage that you're going to get from me after I'm done talking. I'm going to react to this. And that was February 4th. And then later on in the same day, she did this one about last night, which she's turned the comments for. She turned the comments off for, which is, there's a video that's missing here, which was her trolling and saying that she and Salah, who are pretend married anyway, have pretend broken up. So she went in there and trolled everybody, and then she deleted it. Like I've told you guys, her doing stuff on purpose, which is fake, and then so-called dirty deleting them is all part of her fake baloney, which is picked up upon by the fake reaction channels like Yaba and French Fried Girl, who are like, oh, this was dirty deleted. It's like figure it out by now that this is all, planned by this monster. So it was okay, so 2 days ago, hot chicken bees, and in this one, which I am going to react to, she was talking about Nader and Didi. What a surprise. We're supposed to believe that she's really in love with Salah and that she's devout Muslim and has taken her vows and all the rest of that jazz. And for her, it is just all that jazz. She doesn't mean any of it. So why would someone who's devout Muslim and says so and wears the hijab and goes on camera with it and says she's happily married to this new amazing man, why would she hang around and talk about Nader and Didi? I mean, if you believe her fake story, Nader raped her and beat her up. Why would she be talking about these people? So the very next day, Nader is answering her with his channel. So what do you think this jackass had to bring to the table after he was done and invited everybody over for it? 2 hours and 44 minutes of him and Didi sitting around talking gossip about Chantal and Salah. They're all working together. Okay, 2 hours and 44 minutes of this garbage? I'm not going to force you to go through that. You'd all click right off. Look, I'll tell you what. I'll give you the very first minute, and I'll give you the very last minute. Here's my 2-minute reaction to what this clown brought.
Yes. How are you doing, guys? How's your weekend?
Chantal does not know much about YouTube, despite the fact that she's been here for a few years, because she approaches it by just telling lies and telling more lies, and then when she gets properly criticized, she just brings more lies, and then she gets caught in a lie, she brings more lies and more lies and more lies, and draws attention to herself by exploiting situations with more lies. So she doesn't have a lot to bring in the way of advice. Yet the few things that she does have, she's told to her business partner, Nader El-Shami. So he opens up a 2-hour and 44-minute long pile of shit by saying, "Hey guys, how was your weekend?" As if he fucking cares.
Put the camera down a bit.
Joe Cool cannot even put down the cigarette for a minute or two to talk to people. That's how little the content means to him. Some of you guys say, like, do another funny reaction to him like he's doing a cooking show. I can't. He's not performing. He's just standing here making this shit, you know, and not trying to please anybody. It's just Chantal material. Just turn the camera on and just do it. And there's no performance, there's no effort, there's no energy. All he has going for him is he's part of this lying story. And don't expect Chantal to be keeping her promise to have him criminally charged for revenge pee or anything else like that. Or that she's going to charge Frenchie, you know. I can even talk over it. It doesn't even fucking mean anything. I can almost say I can't believe people would watch this garbage. Yet there's a lot of easily manipulated people out there, you know, percentage-wise, to make this profitable for him and Chantal. Pieces of shit.
Okay, we can send it.
Try? I don't know. I just don't know why it's like that.
No. Look. Sorry guys, give me a second. Here.
Can you imagine watching this without any irony? This content from Nader El-Shami and Didi is worthless. And just consider the people who sat through 2 hours and 44 minutes of it. This is the last minute. And the material is garbage. And now Nader is going to turn a tablet to the camera so you can see what he just did with a 4-second delay. And, you know, like Didi sits there like a bag of potatoes. The only thing that makes this attractive to vulnerable people is that they're operating with lies, that there's this wild fight going on between Chantal and Nader and Didi and Salah. It's so sad that it actually makes money.
More. And you have the link of the channel here.
Garbage on top of garbage, with Nader showing you, here's the link. Yeah, so you can join his channel as a member and give him an extra $5 a month on top of it for the privilege of being able to join in on this exciting live chat featuring a guy who mumbles and can't speak English properly and the bag of potatoes on the right.
Oh, there, Sadie did it.
Yes, Sadie, thank you.
Oh, thank you so much, Sadie.
Actually, I realized something now that Nadia doesn't.
Oh, you're from Scotland, Coyle. Nice. What do you want to do?
Social media.
My PayPal.
This paper I deleted long time ago.
Well, is it under? Oh, it's in your net. Yeah, it's. Well, I don't know. Yeah, you should. It's there.
PayPal and PayBox, I deleted them since I stopped the PayBox.
I'll have to look into that maybe.
Yeah, we'll fix it again. Actually, it surprised me somebody when you put the screenshot. It surprised me because like 3 months.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
don't renew the PayBox. So let's go, guys.
Yeah.
Love you all.
That is another thing that he's doing on Chantal's advisement. Love you guys. I love you all. I love you guys. I love you. I love you. I love you guys. I love you guys. Love you all. Love you all. Hey guys, I love you guys. I love you guys. I love. Say it, and some vulnerable people will believe it. Aside from that, it's like there's nothing interesting about these two losers. Like Chantal's a loser. Look at the people she works with. They're losers. You know, if he wasn't on this lying story about Chantal and back and forth with Chantal and Chantal back and forth, the two of them. What do they have to bring to the table? It's like nothing. They're not interesting. So it's all just built on lies. And yeah, it's like, how was your weekend? Love you guys. Whatever. Fuck off.
Thanks for coming
Weekends
here.
are so weird, isn't
And we're gonna answer the buffalo tonight.
Really? Are you going to do that? How exciting. Yeah, give it to Chantal, Nader. You're going to answer her tonight, the buffalo. The reason why they refer to each other as the buffalo and swordfish and doo-doo is they want to sort of make it seem like they have to hold themselves back a little bit when they've already been screaming at each other their real names for the better part of like 2 years now. It's like, Nader, it's like almost like a year and a half of his bullshit channel that's in front of us right now, like the footage I'm reacting to. And here's something else. It's like Chantal is like, oh, I love you guys, love you guys, love you guys. And this clown, Nader El-Shami, love you guys. Hey, I love you guys. You don't lie to people that you love. Then again, what do these things care? They're all monsters and animals. And Nader even said, rest in peace to Laneta Brown, and these monsters are the reason why that vulnerable woman got wrapped up in this web of lies and unalived herself. It's tragic that excuses for human beings such as these are allowed to be sustained here. It's like, after all this time, it's still, oh, we're going to get to the buffalo tonight. Oh, we're going to let her have it. Oh, what about the Dee factor? Oh, Chantal is going to, I'm getting to Chantal. If she was really converted and a Muslim, she wouldn't be taking an interest in this stuff, and she still does. And that reaction is coming in this episode. Let's just polish it off with these two clowns.
Bye-bye, guys.
Now we return to the title of this reaction, which is Foodie Booty is not Muslim, never was, and never will be, which is easy to discern because, first, she was not raised Muslim. It is only on her way to pretending to be Muslim that she very recently has claimed to be, beforehand, a follower of Christ. With the few years that she has been available on her channel, she has only ever said that she is an atheist and she hates Christmas. She loves horror movies. She got in trouble for showing a picture of a corpse. She plays with Ouija boards. And on Halloween, she did a live stream driving through a graveyard. Her life philosophies are hedonist. She always says, your happiness is not my responsibility, which is a polite way of saying, I'm not my brother's keeper, I'm not my friend's keeper, I'm not anyone's keeper, I don't care about anyone, which is the sort of thing that a machine says, or a monster. The other half of her philosophy is too fucking bad for you. All that she has shared with her channel is a lifestyle of a hedonist. And her idea of being a hedonist is just sitting around the townhouse doing drugs and eating junk food. That's how she has achieved more than 450 pounds. And while she does that, she comes up with dirty stories about a giant sex life she's never had. Over the years, Chantal has never even expressed, ever, a curiosity about Islam. And then all of a sudden, within about 10 days, she says she found someone online and then went over to Kuwait to be with him and be married. Does anyone believe any of that? Not at this channel. The story is that she's already been working with Nader El-Shami, who is from that part of the world. She needed somebody else to work with. Or there's another hustler who wants to work with her. That's what brought her over there. She didn't pray to God for a miracle, and she didn't receive one. She went over there to do a business deal. Yet she makes the argument that despite all that, give her the benefit of the doubt. Maybe she really could be having a conversion to Islam, becoming a spiritual person. The argument that she makes is that everybody should be forgiven their past and anyone can change. While that's true most of the time, it's not true all of the time. Chantal's history is of profanity and being vile. Now that she says that she's Muslim, now that she says she's taken the oath, we're going to prove that she isn't a Muslim. And it's not going to take long. All I have to do is raise the fact that she has gone right back to what she was before and hasn't changed 1 ounce throughout all of this artificial transformation. On the day that she did hot chicken bees, she also posted to her community tab this ridiculous attack to go with her fake fight with French fried girl. No reasonable adult posts material of this type. And no recently married woman in love with a man and having just converted to a religion is going to post material of this type. I'm not going to sit here and speak to tons of live streams to further make my point. You're already aware of it if you're part of this community. And that is just a reminder of it. She is not Muslim. It's all a joke to her. And she wears a hijab because it's a bonus. It covers her enormous blubber piled on from her hedonistic and evil lifestyle. Chantal is not Muslim. And this, in the background, is a picture of the Grand Mosque in Kuwait. To this, and to Islam, we are confronted with Chantal and her vile history and her vile present, which does not change. She was never Muslim. She's not Muslim now. And the argument that she makes is that she has changed does not hold any weight because there are no changes and she continues to do everything that she did before. Only now she wears a hijab, pretends to be Muslim, and adheres to this fake story that she's married a Muslim man. And Salah, if that's even his real name, is not Muslim either. Could Chantal ever become Muslim? Before I come to a conclusion on that, let me share with you 2 items that Chantal published itself. The first is that while continuing to swear, stuff herself, carry on a fake fight for money, and lie to people on this platform, she actually attended a mosque.
All right, let's go in.
This creature, Chantal, which is an atheist, not believing anything to do with Islam, attended a mosque, dressed in a hijab and a abaya, and pretended to pray. She shot footage of it. She published it. She mocked it all, which is a supreme insult and absolute blasphemy against that faith. This thing also did something else, even worse. In addition to attending a mosque and shooting footage of it for profit, she also took her vows afterward to officially become a devout Muslim. Here.
لا إله
ألا إله
إلا الله
إلا الله
وأشهد
وأشهد
أن
أن
محمدا
محمدا
رسول الله
رسول الله
وأبرأ
وأبرأ
من كل دين
من كل دين
يخالف
يخالف
دين الإسلام.
دين الإسلام.
الله أكبر.
الله أكبر.
الله أكبر.
الله أكبر.
الله أكبر.
الله أكبر.
Welcome to Islam. You are officially Muslim now.
No real Muslim, especially no real Muslim woman, who is going to wear the hijab and the abaya, publish their vows on the internet, and claim to be Muslim while indulging in this sort of petty, artificial, vile behavior. She can never be Muslim unless she were to abandon all of this disrespect right now and try to atone for her sins. Yet she will not do any of that. No imam is going to claim this actor. It is an offense to the faith what she is doing. It's blasphemy. This thing is an infidel to Islam for what it does. So, Chantal was never Muslim, not raised that way. She was never a follower of Christ. She's not Muslim now, and for what she's done while pretending to be a Muslim, while sinning against it, she will never be Muslim because she has no interest in atoning for what she has done. I could not stand to react to 2 hours and 6 minutes of hot chicken bees published by Chantal on February 4th, 2023. So here in proper order are excerpts from the same material. 13 minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and the last 7 minutes, which demonstrate that Chantal is still dirty and vile, and therefore she cannot be Muslim. And for being a mockery to Islam, this thing needs to be removed from the platform for offending people who really are members of that faith. Here is Chantal.
That was 24 minutes of being serious, and it needed to be said. And it's going to continue to be said, too. Because what this thing is doing ongoing is making a mockery of Islam, which is not really necessary, and it should be gotten off the platform. So, let's have some fun now. First thing, her skin is terrible, ladies. Yeah, we'll just leave that up there for a little bit. Yeah, you could even freeze it here. Yeah, okay, and now let's get into the footage. We love it when you start your rotten, worthless lying material acting like you're all exasperated and fed up and it's a chore to do. Aw, shucks, Chantal. It's so tough to go on camera and babble, lie, and be vile for 2 hours at a time. It's real tough. Well, you can always get high while you do it. And by the way, look at the size of that paw. Yeah, look at you, Chantal, flashing Western world hand signals, just like a real Muslim woman would not do. By the way, you forgot to stick your tongue out sideways, right? Look at you, Chantal, you're 18 years old again. Yeah, a full 20 years younger than what the fuck you are right now. Yeah, Chantal, you're so cool. You're the coolest girl at school. Get the fuck out of here. What is that you put aside? Your purse, right? Chock full of thousands and thousands of dollars and loads of super chats from all your idiots. Are you going to go back to Laneta Brown's GoFundMe and donate like $5,000 like you should, and then get the fuck off the platform and try to atone for your sins? Try to, at least pretend that you're human? Nah. You've done your part. You've done donated $50. It's time to move on. Spend lots more money on fast food for yourself, right? Yeah, Chantal, you're so poor. Yeah, you know what you need to do? Food bank bees, soup kitchen bees. Nah, order out, buy in, do whatever the fuck. Spend all your money, you lying devil.
Hello, T-Bone, Edward. It's so Tanya, Lynn. Hey guys, what is up? Flop, Gemini, hold on. I'm just getting the stuff out of the fridge.
Funny how the wildebeest Chantal is always saying, get a life. Fuck. Get a life. Fuck. Get a life. Like, seriously. Get a life. Like, seriously. Get a life. 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 It is Chantal that needs to get a life because aside from telling lies about being a rape victim and pretending to be Muslim, then she doesn't have anything to bring. That is it. It's the kitchen island, a bunch of food, and a fat fuck that's eating it all. There isn't anything else there except a liar and her handful of marijuana drugs. That's it. That's it. That's all she got to offer. Come on, Chantal, spin the camera around and bring us your garbage content.
What else do I need? I think that's it. Ketchup and mayo. All right. You got a new member icon? Nice. Love that for you too. Hey, Vicky. Finally, thank you, Mama Chantal. I'm like, ugh. You know what? I'm tired of like seeing so many people talking about my cats.
Then maybe you should not have relied upon them as props for so long with so many of your live streams that people began to take an interest in those cats. Because, yeah, they're cute, so you put them on plenty, so people take an interest. It's like, you know, you live stream everything. 90% of it is boring, 10% of it is profane. Why don't you live stream them cats going to the vet? And people had to squawk and squawk and squawk, and one time you took BBJ to the vet. That's not enough. If we had your opportunity and your money that goes with it, we'd be taking cats to the vet every week. It'd be like, oh, the vet knows everybody by first name. The cats know the vet. Everybody's friendly now. No. People tell you to be good to those cats, and you get pissed off at them. And then you look like you're being attacked, and you have to defend yourself. You're just horrible, that's all. You're just horrible.
Like, it's so annoying. Anyways. Will there be any twists about our season 2? Yeah, or people need anything to react to. They cannot come up with any original content.
And it is you who cannot come up with any content that is not dishonest, starting with you pretending to be Muslim. We all know that you're not Muslim. Because anybody who was a Muslim or even trying to be a Muslim wouldn't be a foul-mouthed pig like you are. It wouldn't be carrying on fake fights with French fried girl. Furthermore, if you really were a rape victim, you wouldn't be talking to your so-called rapist all the fucking time that you're on with your live streams. And every time you do, oh, I hate to talk about him. I'm never going to talk about him again. You talk about him and talk about him and talk about him and talk about him. And you know why? Because we folks who are adults know that you're not really in love with Salah. You're not really married. That's why you hang around, chew the fat with an audience made of idiots and vulnerable people, and you want to talk about your so-called rapist. Get the fuck out of here.
So they have to literally be like, her vlogs are going to be so boring. Well, guess what? You don't have to watch them. Literally, we're going out as a couple.
If it was literally you were going out as a couple, then you would be welded together like Siamese twins. And if actually you were going out as a couple, then you'd be in love in a real relationship and or married, and none of those things are happening either. You two clowns are going out there trying to help yourselves to a modern couples channel, which you expect is going to give you 20, 30, 40, 50, 60,000 views per, if we can believe that you're really in love, which you can't sell because we can tell that you ain't in love, you ain't married, it's all fake. You're the most fake couple that anybody could ask for. You're both bad actors, and even your fucking Beezers aren't even going over there in droves. They just want you to fart and be an asshole right where you are, you stupid clown.
I mean, we're not boning on camera.
Do you see what I mean? There is no way that you're Muslim. Because if you were Muslim, and after you take the vows and everything, and I'm treating this with a bit of humor, because if I'm all serious, people are just going to click off. They say, hey, give us a laugh there, FBRC, and you're getting your laugh now. Yet even in the midst of the laughs, there's some seriousness. All right, here's the picture I used for the thumbnail. Okay? That's without Chantal in it. Isn't it so much better? That's beautiful. And what you're doing is blasphemy against this, okay? All right? Now, okay, that is really beautiful shot there. And I got to get out of the way before I talk about the wildebeest again, okay? Okay? There. Okay. Chantal, if you sitting there, you're talking about we're not boning on camera. You're the same vile piece of shit that you always have been. And therefore, what you do is blasphemy against Islam to be here, pretend to be Muslim, while you carry on being the same vile pig that you've always been. You ain't never been a Muslim. You weren't raised that way. You ain't Muslim now, and you ain't never gonna be one, Because the only way you could is walk away from this channel, atone for your sin. You ain't gonna do any of that, okay? You're not. I hope you get kicked off this platform. You are an infidel to that faith, understand?
So I don't know if that's like too robotic for you, but the focus is on the vlogging, not on our relationship, okay? We go out and do things in Kuwait, inshallah, around the world.
The way you say inshallah all the time is just as desperate as you and Salah, if that's even his real name, saying honey, baby, honey, babe, honey, back and forth like that. You're trying too hard because your relationship with that clown is not real. And you're pissed off that your shitty couples channel ain't off to a strong start. You figured, wow, I got a 90K installed base here with the fucking Beezers, and it ain't working. Because you have no chemistry, you stupid bee.
We've done so many things, and all people have to say is caged animals. Like, we're responsible for animals being caged. If nobody caged animals, they would be running around free and in worse danger.
Oh my goodness! The wisdom of Chantal! The wisdom of the Chantadler! You should really change it to the Wisdom Channel! What are we gonna do with all your wisdom? What great wisdom! Thank you for sharing that, you stupid bee! This is 2023. We're moving away from zoos, and you know, we're also moving away from making derogatory jokes based upon race and religion, creed, color, all that sort of thing. Remember, you said some racist things a few weeks back. You said black men were dogs, and they were spit roasting some white guy's wife. And you said, ooh, black people, ooh. You know, we're moving away from that. And hopefully, whoever's managing your account at YouTube is going to be like, overruled by somebody else at YouTube. And says, like, you know, what we don't need you making a LARP from Islam, because it's very offensive and it's not necessary either, okay? It ain't funny. So yeah, we're moving away from zoos and shit like that. It's not as if, we're going to get rid of them overnight. It's just that, you're dishonest, you're not in love with that guy. So you say, hey look, cute animals. Hey look, cute animals. Shit! You had Mary the hamster killed. You dumb bee, you bought 2 hamsters. That's how much you care for animals. We can tell. You're saying in this reaction here that I should have given it a sexier title. It said Chantal said she's going to throw her cats away. That would have gotten me more clicks and views. Anyway, I had to go with a more serious title. Yeah, you use animals and props as props, alright? You just don't care. And it ain't cool no more, alright? So you could stuff your stinking rhetoric, you cheap bee.
So cut it out with that. Who cares? Seriously. Like, we're not responsible for that. There will be more zoos, alright? So get over it. Don't watch those videos. Thank you.
Stop making fun of Islam. Get off the platform. Thank you. Excuse me, we do not need Chantadler making fun of Islam. Really, we do not need it. Thank you. And what I tell you about her life philosophy? Your happiness is not my responsibility. We're not responsible for zoos. Sure you are when you're promoting them like that. It'd be one thing if you two were a real couple, then it'd be, okay, well, at least they're in love and they're married, and okay, they're being legit. You're not being legit. It's fake. It's fake. You're not married to that guy. You don't love that guy. You can say, honey, baby, babe. We can tell it's all fake. So it's really disappointing that a piece of crap like you keeps aiming the camera at those helpless animals and say, look, cute animals. And of course there's going to be more. You got nothing else to bring to the fucking table. You're not a creative person. You shouldn't be called a creator. You're just a liar here. Do you hear her say frig? Maybe if the algorithm will let me get a few reactions in edgewise, and some of you folks out there who are real Muslims might get to watch this. If you don't know, in Canadian culture, frig means fuck. So there she is with the hijab. She says she's taken her vow. She's a devout Muslim now, and she's like, frig. Frig means fuck. So she's continuing to be vile, and there ain't no way she's Muslim for real. So she's making a mockery of it. She's just using the hijab as a costume because it helps to conceal her blubber. That is it. There ain't nothing more going on.
I don't care, Lynn, what you have for lunch. Hey, Sam B. Good for you if you have bacon for lunch. Like, what do you want me to do about it? So
did you hear Chantal just tell off one of her beezers? You know, she always says, "Oh, I love you guys." She told them off because they dared to tell her what they were having for lunch. And so she just said, "I don't care what you have for lunch." So you had this, that, and the other thing. What do you want me to do about it? So I wish that YouTube would say to Chantal, "We don't care that you want to make fun of Islam. It is very offensive. So go do it in your own fucking backyard. Don't come to us to do it. Don't put on a hijab and say you've taken your vows and run the footage around here and continue to be a dirty talking pig. We don't need that around here. What do you want us to do with that? Do it in your own backyard, you worthless piece of garbage."
the Pomeranians. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna cook this chicken on the same sheet as Jack. What loser's saying is boring. It watch every video and discuss it for hours. They're obsessed. Right? Like, Jack, make it make sense.
Notice that this wildebeest is almost always, I think like a 5% of the time, it doesn't do it. So like, 95% of the time, it's always putting a fake laugh at the tail end of one of its lies to make it feel like the lie is legit. It's like, yeah, they're obsessed. Make it make sense, Beezer. How about make this make sense? No, I'm not even going to ask you to make it make sense, because it don't make sense. You pretend to be Muslim, yet you continue to talk dirty and tell dirty stories, and you get high, and your community tab is filled with vile things and childish fake fights. Yeah, you can't make that make sense. I'm not even asking. How about you just go away, Chantal? How about that? How about you get a real job? How about that, too?
And these are adults, or what? Remember, for 14 months, ready, set, rebees, loyalty, beezer are mad at you because of zoos. Literally, there's like so many vlogs about zoos. Like, we're trying to do positive content.
No, you are not. The content is a lie. It is a Canadian in Kuwait. How exotic. The only reason why you're working with this clown is because he wants something from you, and he's friends with Nader El-Shami. That's it. Do you really expect us to believe that a vile, evil, hedonistic atheist such as yourself prayed to God, then was given salah? Do you expect us to believe that around here? Not here, we don't. Maybe your beezers do? Here? No. And your content, your fake marriage, your fake relationship, your fake conversion to Islam is all dishonest and evil and blasphemous. So, yeah, it's dishonest material. It's not a real couples channel. It's a couples LARP channel. It's garbage.
People just crap on it. Like, don't watch it then. What's your problem? Like, if you watch it, you're a fan.
Says who? Shantodler? We could watch it and make fun of it without even going to your damn channel. How do you like them apples?
Period. I don't get it. You eat chicken every day? No. Almost every day? Yeah. I love chicken. It's like there's limited things to eat. I don't know. So I'm actually going to make some scores in the chicken. Anyways, of course, because I'm Foodie Beauty, so anything like when I open my YouTube home, even though I write not interested, I still see stupid thumbnails of people.
First world problems! Chantal got first world problems. Even though she types in I'm not interested, she still gets thumbnails and stuff that she doesn't want.
And, for example, a thumbnail from Sarah Jane. Are you kidding me, Sarah Jane, saying that Amber Lynn and I are, why are we failing at our weight loss?
Because you're not failing at your weight loss. You're only pretending to fail at your weight loss. I figured it out a long time ago. I'm the smartest reaction channel around. People look at that Chantal cycle, that Amber Lynn cycle, and they say, oh, well, you say, oh, I'm going to have to lose weight. And then you fuck it all up. And then you say, I don't care what any of you say. I'm going to do whatever I want. Then you say, what am I doing here? I got to lose weight. Then you try it again, right? That's a cycle that only exists as a diagram. It ain't real. When Chantal tries to lose weight, she's not trying to lose weight. She's just going to get some more clicks and views and money by saying she's going to try. Then when she says, oh, I fucked it up, people get angry and show up and squawk at her. She still gets more clicks and views and money. And that's the same thing Amber Lynn Reid do. Both of you is a couple of fucking grifters. That's what it is. And I'm telling you, because I've lost more than 50 pounds since August 1st of last year. That's how you do it. You don't lie about it.
You sit behind the camera, you're 500 pounds. So you need to check yourself.
No, 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 no. Take a seat, as they say. Take several seats, as others say. No, 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 no. You need to check yourself because you are not really Muslim while making fun of Islam to get some clicks and money, because there ain't no Muslim woman that's gonna get on camera on YouTube and hang around and talk about stupid bullshit, silly, ridiculous, fat stories between yourself and Amberlyn Reed, who's another pile of white trash, okay? A real Muslim woman ain't gonna do that. You check yourself, you check yourself, you check yourself, you check yourself twice! And shut up. And then get off the platform, you blasphemous pig.
Immediately. Hi, Blacks! Hi, PNV. Girl, you see us just shut down Chinese spy balloon? No. All these people are delusional that comment hate because it's like, why are you watching? Exactly.
What did I tell you? She puts a fake laugh at the tail end of all those things she knows that are lies in order to sell them. And now that I've told you that she does it all the time, you're going to notice her doing it all the time too. It's like, well, if you hate it while you're watching. Exactly. See, what Chantal wants is to come to this platform and just tell lies and make all kinds of money, not have anybody criticize her. Now, it's one thing to be legit, like myself, and I think, maybe two other people, 40% of the time. And for me, legit all the time. Her whole fight with Nader is fake, and her marriage to Sella is fake. Her pretending to be Muslim is fake. It's all fake, 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 fake. And especially her blasphemy to Islam is so profane that she should be off the platform. Like, I want this whole gore world thing to come to an end, to get Chantal off the platform, because it's toxic. She is lying to people who are vulnerable. And that's what happened to Laneta Brown. And I'm going to keep talking about her because she hasn't gotten her GoFund money yet. They still need some more. And if you keep playing with fire like Chantal do and lying to vulnerable people, that's what happened to her. She got involved in this whole mess, started white knighting for Chantal. She made like a couple of videos. I ain't even seen them. I'm just going by what the husband said. Said, oh, she was trying to help somebody everybody's being mean to. Chantal paints herself as a victim. Anyway, I don't want to bring up that whole thing again. This is about Chantal ain't never been a Muslim. She ain't Muslim now. She isn't ever going to be. And have it make sense. And why watch if you don't like it? I'm speaking out against it. I don't believe your fake fights with Nader. It's all bullshit. I'm speaking out against your blasphemy. You evil bee.
Hey, Missy. I know I don't look very good right now, but I don't care. We can't look hot and done up all the time, okay?
Funny how you say that your critics are delusional. Hot. No, Chantal, you don't look hot. You ain't never look hot. You ain't never looked hot the whole time you had your channel. It isn't that, you can't take the time to put on gobs of makeup and further stress a beauty filter from Samsung that's already starting to malfunction. It's that you're morbidly obese. Okay? When you get a few feet away from the filter and you're still shooting footage, it starts to break down, okay? Alright? And I'm laughing for real. I'm laughing to say something truthful, and I'm laughing at the tail end. I ain't doing it like the way you do it, okay? It's because you're morbidly obese, and you're lazy, and you eat garbage. That is why.
Can you tofu bees? Yeah, I love tofu, actually.
Actually, no. The whole time you're there in Kuwait, it's like, oh, the bread. Oh, this bread. And then you know what else? Bread. Top of some bread. You don't like tofu. If you were eating soy protein all the time, you wouldn't be 450 pounds. By the way, I think you should have some bread. And with a side of bread.
I just don't like quinoa that much. Actually, my aunt put quinoa in her salad. It was good. It had feta cheese. people want you to self-destruct for their own amusement. It's so strange.
No, Chantal, you do not understand it. We at this channel are not here for the shit show or the train wreck. You want to do your drugs? Do your drugs. I don't care. You want to drive intoxicated? That is something which makes me angry. So if that's what you're going to do, and you're a danger to drive over somebody, and then you'll say, well, I didn't mean to do it. That means it's not really my fault. Your happiness is not my responsibility. I'm Chantal. I don't care. I didn't mean to. I'm not responsible for anything. With you now making a mockery of Islam, my hope is for you to get off the platform. I ain't here to take an interest in you self-destructing because your toxic web of lies and the sons of bitches who serve you as sidecars with the fake reaction channels such as Yab and Frenchie are the ones responsible for harming Laneta Brown and getting her mixed up in your toxic web of lies. You never should have been brought back to this platform. An interest in you self-destructing on camera? No. An interest in you being in an alleyway, doing welfare bees? Yes.
Like, you need to get therapy. You tell me I need therapy? Sarah Jane Rage. Stop fat shaming. Like, what the? Especially if you're fat. If you're my size or fatter or even fat, overweight, even thin. Stop. Yeah, exactly. Like, you need a...
Yes, just listen to you tripping over your own words. That's all you got to say. Get a life, get a life, get a life. It's like listening to a 12-year-old talk. You're going to be 39 next month, something like that, right? Get a life, get a mirror. How about you get a mirror? You're negative force to have around. I mean, all you do is lie and cause problems and bad feelings. And then when people say, hey, you're an asshole, you say, oh, I gotta defend myself against all the negativity. You're the negative thing. So you're setting a horrible example. You're like an ongoing example of self-harm. Oh, look, I'm gonna stuff myself bees. You know, look at me. I'm eating myself to morbid obesity. What the fuck are you doing here? Fuck off already.
Like, seriously. Okay, I'm putting mayonnaise. So I scored the chicken. And if you've never had this, ketchup and mayonnaise, is really good on chicken. And I'm gonna use that as I'm making hot chicken and like homemade poutine. Cause I'm Canadian, you know. Oh, it's a hot chicken? Okay, I'll show you, Blacks. Meaning, like, it doesn't mean it's spicy, it just means it's like, you never had that, like, in between two slices of bread with gravy on top? It's so good. So this is like a marinade. I'm going to put salt, pepper, garlic powder. The mayonnaise raw chicken. It's good. I don't like peas, but I do have peas. Hello, Snow Kitty. Ariel, what's up, everybody? I'm just like annoyed, you know? I had to mini rage, I guess.
The toddler's angry. She needed a mini rage, I guess. 39 fucking years of age. As of next month, something like that. I'm not going to bother to check the exact date. Sometime in March, isn't it? Is it any wonder that nobody believes your attempt at an adult relationship in a marriage? And it comes off as so fake. Hey baby, hey baby, hey baby, hey baby. You're not fooling anyone. Oh, boo, Chantal, I needed to reach.
Like, get a life. The heck?
Do you know what loses its power the more times you use it? When it's used by an idiot such as yourself? That little insult of yours. Get a life, get a life, get a life. Oh, get a life, get a life, get a life. Seriously, get a life. Like, get a life, get a life. There's no adult man that's gonna marry that, alright? I mean, I don't say that heavy people can't get partners, okay? It's just that we have experienced firsthand your hygiene habits, and they are just not there. I never even knew what crease grease was until you were talking about it. Blah, 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 blah. Crease grease. What? Oh, you mean the slime that builds up on your folds of blubber, and you let it build up, and then you talk about it. And this get a life. How about you get a life? You're 450 plus pounds. You're pretending to be married. You're pretending to be part of Islam when you are not. How about you stop lying and actually, do something? No, you tell everybody else to get a life. We all got lives, really. So, you're the one that live streams for like 6 hours every day telling lies. So how about you get a life? How about you do that?
Oh, it's gonna be boring. Like, really? What do you think your content is? Sitting and watching me for hours, reviewing this boring content. Because including FF Loser.
Frenchie and Chantal work together. They already have a long history of interaction, including a personal interaction at that fashion show. And it works like this. Frenchie talks about Chantal every day, sometimes twice a day. She keeps the interest going. And she gets, more income than Chantal do. As she has success, she promotes the Chantal channel. So instead of Chantal striking the daylights at a Frenchie to break up her rhythm, she talks about her. So you go to either Frenchie or you go to Chantal. Each support the other by keeping each other's channels hot. Now, Chantal done promise a criminal charge on Frenchie. Don't hold your breath waiting for it to happen, okay?
4K, 5K views talking about anyone else except me. You have to watch my boring content, okay? There's nothing boring about going out and experiencing the world.
There is when you do it, Chantal. Especially with a guy that you're not really in love with and you have no chemistry with, and all you do is shoot footage of animals in zoos that we all feel sorry for, and it makes us despise you all that much more. How do you like them apples? And sometimes it's too easy.
Like, I've seen way more boring travel vlogs with way more views, so be quiet. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Your couple's channel is a failure. Have a nice day. Yeah.
Like, whatever. Okay, I'm gonna put the raw chicken with the potatoes. Am I allowed to do that? Yeah, sure. Salah has Murad over. Okay, just wait. I don't want to show my bum.
Too late. You already did that. You sold your bare ass on OnlyFans for $5 a month. That don't get old. By the way, Callie's banned me from her channel, probably because she's an OnlyFans herself, and probably heard me saying that about Chantal, and figured, well, I got a bad opinion about folks that are in that industry. I don't. I joined Callie's channel for a couple months too, just for the hell of it, and she delivered the goods. My complaint about Chantal is that she misled everybody, took money, didn't deliver. So, oh well, that's too bad, because Callie hates Yabba, and that would have been fun. Oh well.
I have pants on, it's just the shape, the outline.
Hang on, one other thing. As long as Chantal's got the camera away and she's talking about her butt, the material that she put on her OnlyFans was lazy and stupid and clumsy, and it was not erotic. The material from Callie was erotic. So, there you go. Anyway, she's not gonna let me back on her channel, probably. I don't expect she's gonna show up, drop a comment in here and say, hey, FBRC, come on over, it was a mistake. Anyway, it doesn't, it's hard to make friends around here, dang it.
But we are gonna try to make the season 2 more exciting.
Really, Chantal? Will it be as good as the material you're making right now?
Salah's new on the camera to, making vlogs. So he's a bit nervous. It's not, and English is not his first language, so I mean...
So those are your excuses for Salah being a sheet of drywall with a beard. he's nervous and English is not his first language. Guess what? If you two were really in love, them little foibles would just make it all the more cute and more real. It's fake, okay? There ain't no other word for it. Fake, 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 fake. Garbage. Okay? Fake. Garbage. Bad couples channel. Not worth it. Get out of here. Shut up. Okay, get back to your kitchen island and do the same shit you've been doing before. Including swearing while wearing the hijab and telling everybody that you're Muslim too. Okay, come on now. Do it.
Cut him some slack, man. Oh. Hi. Season 2, A Journey Through the Blue Window. Yeah, I don't know how it's more boring over there. Like, I'm not acting like I'm not somebody. Like, I haven't touched any marijuana since I said, like, since that one night.
Wow, that makes you a hero. So you've been clean for like what when you made that video? Maybe 2 days? Ooh, wow. Don't be taking your vows and wearing the hijab and telling everybody that you're Muslim and posing with the Quran, then go ahead and go be high. And then what she's going to say next is, well, I'm trying to make changes. I mean, then get out of here. Make the changes and never come back again until you made the changes. Otherwise, you're just treating this like a live action role play, and that's what a LARP means. And we know she's full of shit, so let's just keep running.
And these are changes I genuinely want to make in my life. Whether you believe it or not is too bad. It doesn't matter, but it doesn't mean I'm fake. Like
you are fake. And putting a little laugh at the tail end and saying, it doesn't mean that I'm fake. That doesn't mean that you are not fake. Putting that little laugh in there doesn't mean that you get a pass with people who can tell the difference between real and fake. It doesn't mean that you've succeeded. Your audience is made up of idiots and vulnerable people. Over here, you don't get a pass. Okay, you don't get a pass with adults who know a thing or two, or 3, or 4, 5, maybe even 6. All right, you are fake. You putting a laugh at the tail end doesn't mean that you win. You're fake as fuck. Get out of here.
This is my life now. So if you're a beezer, you should support anything, especially if it's positive. If you don't, then that means you never really wanted anything good for me.
Just listen to the way this creature treats its vulnerable audience, which is the way it's been treating it for a long time. If you're a beezer, which really means cult member, then you should support anything. Got that? No questions asked. You just support anything if you're a beezer. If you don't, then you never wanted anything positive for me. This here is the way this monster has been since it was a brat. And with YouTube, it has found a place to actually make money doing it. The Stockholm Syndrome works. If folks are vulnerable and you are abusive to them, and then the rest of the time you pretend to have affection for them, it works on the vulnerable. And that's what she has for an audience. And every now and then she makes it naked and bold. If you're a beezer, then you should support anything. If you don't, then you don't want anything positive from me. And of course, if you criticize any of that, she bans you, and then you have to come back in and pay again just for the privilege of talking to this thing.
You just want me to be high in my room and acting silly all the time, And it's like, that's not my life now. I had one more. Do
you see how damaging it is to get involved with this toxic web of lies? She just said, you guys just want me high and acting silly. Well, that's what she's doing. And so she's blaming it on her audience and not taking responsibility for it herself. And then after she says that, she then says, well, I had that one time. We can tell when she is wrecked on drugs. And So she gives herself permission and says, "Oh, I found a gummy on the floor." It's just like the lies are so easy to walk right through. Like, what reasonable person believes her when she says, "Oh, I was so fed up with my Tinder lifestyle and getting boinked all the time, and I wanted something real, and so I prayed to God. Then the next day He gave me Salah." Do you believe that? Does anyone here believe that?
More, but people relapse. People have issues. People, you know what I mean? How many people who were criticizing me for doing an edible were legit drug addicts?
There is never any responsibility in this fake story. And the only part of it which is real is just Chantal being an asshole on the daily. This is where her bread and butter comes from. Like I said in my little song, roll out of bed, nothing better to do. And that's why she's always picking at her face, because, you know, as soon as she falls out of bed, it's like, I need some money. Turns on the camera, and then she picks at her face and just talks horseshit for 2 hours. Like, every day. Sometimes 2 and 3 times a day. And so if you believe in her and that there's changes, it's all just a lie. Just to hold your attention to get the next month's YouTube payment. She says, you know, people have relapses. It's a reality. People fall backwards sometimes. It's real. Like, how many people who were on me for the edible are drug addicts themselves? That's her moral relativism. You know, like the example I use, like if a man burns down your house and he's on trial, you know, his defense lawyer will say, well, he made sure that everyone had left. So that means he's a hero. So she says that she's Muslim, she's living clean, she's taken her vows, she poses with the Quran, and she carries on the same way she was before. And then she says, well, you know, people have relapsed. Here's something else. Like I said earlier, don't even bother getting mixed up in her toxic web of lies, because she's always push-pulling, gaslighting. Here's something else. People have relapses. Here's something else. This is it. Some people tell lies. And that's what Chantal does.
Like, Sarah Jane, you better not have even said anything, because you were addicted to oxys. So you know what? Be quiet. Thank you. Do you see what I mean, though? People are hypocrites in the worst way. Like... Anyways. And then I saw somewhere that Allah guy is gonna spill tea.
While other folks who are on YouTube have some joy to share, or they're like real creators who work on what they bring to the table, Chantal is just sitting there. She's gonna go through a potato anyway, so she does it while she's on camera. And because people are taking an interest, because they think of her as a celebrity. Because when you make fun of 9/11, when you lure minors into a dirty talking live stream, you get drunk and high, you make fun of kids that got shot in a tragic school shooting, and, as she did a few weeks ago, she said that black men were dogs, and she put them in a sexual context and said they were spit roasting a white man's wife. It gets people talking because it's outrageous, and she draws attention to herself without doing any real work. And I don't know why YouTube tolerates it. I'm not indicting all of the staff at YouTube. She has her YouTube manager given her a pass because her manager thinks it's funny, right? And doesn't appreciate the significance of the blasphemy what Chantal's doing right now. So she's sitting there going through a potato, doing it on camera, and now she's setting the stage for this, the character that I refer to as Alan, because none of that's real. She said that guy was stealing materials from work and selling them on the black market, which is all criminal, and she gets to keep her channel. And she also says that she would punch that guy in the guts. So she's threatening violence against the guy. Nobody reports anybody's channels. Everybody keeps their channels. And there's no way, if any of that was real, would she talk that way about an Arabic man in Kuwait being a wet pile of Wonder Bread from Cornwall, Ontario, Canada. No way. So this is just more fake characters, and that's what she's doing. Pretending to be Muslim and telling you more lies.
What tea are you gonna spill? I've seen you twice in my life. What's wrong? Your Al Cote Mall video is not getting enough views, so you have to talk about Salah and I, someone who used to be your friend. Shame on you. I'm in Canada. I can say what I want about you. You are in a country where you'll get persecuted for that. So guess what? You better can it, buddy. Beezing is a positive community. Nobody's perfect. The reactors react to you acting like they're perfect, just boozing. Sarah Blaine Jackson. Hey, Mary. Hey. Sorry, guys. I have to vent today, I guess.
This creature is always saying horrible things, and then at the tail end, sorry, just kidding. And what she's doing now is saying, sorry, guys, I have to vent today, I guess. There's no sorry. And her definition of venting today is saying, I'm talking shit today. Mostly about made-up characters and made-up fake fights. She's going to talk about Nader and Didi upcoming for this. And that's well, she's got a potato there. That's the meat and potatoes of her channel. Just talking bullshit about made-up fights and getting people who are vulnerable to pay attention to it. And it's more sensational because it's bizarre to have, at least on paper, a woman dressed up as a Muslim woman, wearing a hijab and the abaya, and saying that she's taken her vows, and it wants the credibility of being a Muslim woman, yet she still swears and tells dirty stories and gets high and tells lying stories about these made-up characters and people who are working with her. It's all blasphemy against Islam. YouTube should be contacted to say, you can say you can say you're Muslim all you want. We've determined that you really aren't acting with any respect towards that religion. So we're going to have to ask you to stop LARPing with the hijab and take it off. Of course, then her blubber becomes all the more apparent. It becomes even more ridiculous that she would be married to anyone because she's just let herself go. And her lifestyle is just sitting around and eating junk food, doing drugs, and staring at the floor, like I said. And that's exactly what she's done ever since she came back to Canada, too.
I'm a functional addict. I don't care. Like, everyone has their own life, whatever. You don't see me making videos about people like, Okay. This poutine has to be somehow... Let me just see. I'll show you the sheet after I'm done. Ugh, people disgust me. I hate clout chasers. They piss me off. They make me so mad. Like, I can't stand people like this.
A clout chaser is a YouTuber who wants to increase the strength of their channel by attaching themselves to other things that they haven't created themselves and haven't worked on themselves as a partnership. And that's what Chantal is, more than any of the people she's talking about. When she does all those sensational things that I've mentioned before, and I keep mentioning so we don't forget them, including pretending to be Muslim, that is clout chasing, because she's not really Muslim. She's not even taking a real shot at trying to do it. When she said in her video, when she said she's taken her vows, she was lying with her fake little voice. And that fake little voice works on vulnerable people. That's why she keeps doing it over and over. She said, I was a follower of Christ, and then I became Muslim. None of that is true. So if you want to talk about a clout chaser, Chantal claiming to be a follower of Christ and now claiming to be Muslim is attaching herself to ideas and matters that she hasn't worked on, is not participating with, to get clout, to get more influence. Chantal is the worst clout chaser that you could ask for.
And yeah, so what? My reaction, I have trouble, canning my mouth sometimes, but... What do you mean, karma? It's just like Smeagol, Roman. Where's your tea about me? Every time, just to use the thumbnail. And then I seen a thumbnail of Nader, literally like this.
If this video reaches 1,000 people, I gotta be reaching, let's say, because the audience is more Western. Let's say I might reach 20 people, maybe 10 people who are Muslim. So could you guys please complain to the leaders of your local mosque? Would you do something? Like, I have respect for anybody who has faith in their life. And when I keep saying that Chantal's an atheist, I want to, because folks get the wrong idea. I'm not saying you have to have a faith, okay? You can have a good person who has a faith. You can have a good person who has no faith, all right? When she first started doing this, I didn't want to mention any of the words of anything. I just said it's the attire she's wearing of the faith. And then she's just totally having no respect towards it. I didn't want to bring those powerful words into the discussion, yet now I do. And she's making a mockery of it. Could you complain? Could you guys complain? I mean, there's 2 billion of you. I mean, there's power in that. What Chantal is doing is indefensible. There's no way that she can turn around and explain it and make it seem that this is reasonable, what she's doing. She's treating Islam like a costume to wear, while her content hasn't changed. And what she's doing here, it would be bad enough even if she wasn't pretending to be Muslim while doing it. Which is, she's continuing to talk about Nader and Didi with a fake fight to get her idiots to keep watching. She says that Nader raped her and beat her up. It never happened. She never really brought criminal charges. Her idea of YouTube is to just come here, tell lies, make money, and she's making fun of Islam while at the same time. Somebody please complain. Thanks.
Looking like a swordfish. He's playing Salah and I on their TV. Didi, you're the biggest cuckold I've ever seen in my life. You're so clearly bothered by us. You're so clearly jealous of Salah. It's so pathetic. Like, get a life. Like, how are you not worried about going to jail? Don't you have other things to worry about besides someone you can't stand, apparently? Like, you're so jealous of him. It's so pathetic. Oh my gosh. When people nitpick every little thing like that, they're so jealous. It's funny. I love that for you. Your life is reduced to watching us on the big screen. It's so, you know what I mean? Who's Jude? Blistered. What? What? I don't understand your super chat. Sorry.
Have another potato, Chantal. Load up on them carbs. Check the size of those paws. Like, she's not in love with the guy. She's not really married. If they have something in paper, it's all business, okay? None of it is real. Just like I told you with her and Nader fighting back and forth. What did you hear me saying over and over? None of it is real. 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 You know, these days, women will install an in-ground pool trying to lose weight before their wedding day. Chantal didn't do anything. And she's telling us that, earlier on she says, well, we're not boning on camera. That is just the femcel talking dirty, trying to get people to believe that she's got anything going on. There's nothing going on. No man is touching that. And so she pretends like she's married and in love, and it's baby, honey, babe. Here she is stuffing herself to make herself even fatter. That is not a woman newly married in love with anybody.
Hi.com. What's sad is they spent all their time watching you. Yeah, and Doodoo just in the background parroting. Yes, Nan.
This pathetic excuse for a human is not Muslim. And it should not be permitted that her pathetic excuse for a channel is exploiting Islam for easy clicks and money, because it looks sensational to have a woman pretending to be Muslim acting this way, because we've never encountered a woman who is Muslim wearing the hijab then acting this way. It's all just Chantal. You know, she talks about clout chasers. She considers people who complain about her to be clout chasers. You know, there's two types of reaction channels. There's the ones like, you know, Yaba that follow along and consider all this stuff. Like, you know, I started working this yesterday at around 3:30 in the afternoon. And I said, as part of my work here, it's like, you know, if I wanted more clicks and views, I should have called this Chantal's throwing the cats away. Like, this is just an example. There's Yaba saying, believing that her and Chantal and Salah are together, and Chantal is really in a relationship, and so she's throwing the cats away to please a man. That's like the bottom feeder Yaba, who gets her share of the money. Everybody's cashing in on this, and what should be happening is that Chantal, for mocking Islam with YouTube, be terminated from the platform permanently, and Chantal can go take this to Patreon, or, you know, just buy a website called the Chantal Amazing Lying Show, and just have people just watch it, and you know, have her server break down if there's 5 people watching at the same time. That is what should happen.
Hi, Brittany. Welcome to Loyalty Views Relationship.
Easy money, all for an atheist, hedonist, gluttonous liar. And all of this easy money is at the expense of the Prophet Muhammad, with this thing getting away with it.
Ease. Like, our couples channel is gonna be, well, yeah, sorry, but it's gonna be positive, just doing things. It's not gonna be very reflective. It's not going to be like my Foodie Beauty channel, okay? So, like, Foodie Beauty, though, I will try to take you guys out to, like, maybe cafes, so we can go to the...
That was the end of the first 13-minute block, which I have reacted to. We have remaining a 5-minute block, a 6-minute block, and a 7-minute block. Let's get to.
How are you feeling? Not much better, huh? BBJ's new mommy. I found a very good solution for them. Chantal, are you mad at me? You know me. No, Elizabeth, I didn't see your comment. Sorry. Hi. 90% better? Ooh. People literally eat cats in some part of the world, but we are here crying over a hamster. Harry, Salah sent me a video of Harry today. He's fine.
Those are her stooges in the chat feeding her straight lines. And it's more of the moral relativism, because she's about to tell us that she's going to get rid of the cats. And so it's like what I told you earlier about a guy burning your house down, and when he's on trial, his defense lawyer said, well, my client did wait until everyone had left, so he's a hero. So because Chantal isn't going to eat the cats, at least not on camera, that means she's a hero if she does anything less than that. And about Harry, she was also too quick with that. Of course, it's bullshit. I mean, the things she makes up. Like, she didn't want to be bothered wearing that garish ring, so she says, oh, I left the ring. Oh, there are so many lies going on. And the notion that a 7-foot-tall, 30-year-old man from Syria is going to hang around in his apartment, and he's not into pets. It's going to shoot video footage of a $4 hamster, put it into his computer, turn it into a video, publish it unlisted, and then send it to this thing here, and that she's gonna say, thank you very much, Salah. Oh, I'll click on the link. The hamster is doing fine. Great job. That never happened. He didn't send her any video of the hamster. The only reason why she bought those hamsters was she thought, cute animals, views, clicks, money for me. And she made a big mistake by buying 2. And yeah, she had Mary, the female hamster, killed. It's just like, what do we do now? We have to get bigger cage because now you show it to beavers, they complain. She never took it back to the pet store. And there was no family waiting for it. She killed it. Or she had him kill it. Okay, so let's Let's roll.
I'm sitting down to eat. I can't wait to eat. I'm hungry. To be fair, you can travel with them, though it's not illegal. No, I'm thinking of their best interest.
This here thing is a monster because inside of it there are no regrets, no conscience, no sympathy, no feelings. Like earlier when I said there's two types of reaction channels and I talked about Yaba for a bit because Yaba pretends that Chantal's relationship with Salah is real, and then there's, mine, which tells the truth about this thing. And so when Chantal receives real criticism from someone such as myself, she struck my channel, and it's in my channel. She threatened to strike the channel again. I entitled it "Chantal Admits to Abusing the Copyright Protection System." Anyway, so when this thing receives real criticism, she sends everything back and pretends it's defending itself from being bullied. So what it's about to do to the cats is really rotten. Yet she sets herself up as doing the right thing. She says, I'm thinking of their best interests. I'm a hero. No, if you thought of the pet's best interests, then when you make the decision to buy them, then that's it. You've got a responsibility and a commitment to the pets. So now that she, on a lark, got an opportunity to work with this asshole Salah, who's a friend of Nader's, unless you really believe the story that, Chantal prayed for a man, then was given Salah to her by God. If you believe that, that's fine. Get off my channel. So she got the opportunity to work with this clown through Nader and to put the hijab on and hide her blubber. That's all that's going on here. And now she wants to retire at the age of 39 and just travel and enjoy her income from the couples channel. Now the cats are a pain in the ass, and they can't even be used as props. So she's going to throw them away. Yet she turns everything back and says, I'm thinking of their best interests to protect them from all of this confusion. I'm saving them from all that. So she's a hero.
It's traumatic for them. I'm not going to carry them around 28 hours of travel and back and forth every time. No, I'm not. It's more stable for them to have a stable home. I'm gone a lot. I want to travel. My priorities in life have changed, and yes, it affects them, but I have to live my life,
Remember when she was in Kuwait and I spoke to this back then and said she never showed any interest in getting a pet cam? That's for people who really do love their pets. And when they're away from them, they set up the little pet cam and a little monitor and everything. It's a simple camera. It's not like, a big production or anything. You continue to talk to the pets and show up for them. And she never took an interest in that because they were only ever props to her. She happened to have the cats there when she started the channel. She used the living daylights out of them. And like I just said, very, recently for this reaction, she has an opportunity to work with this dirtbag that was brought to her by Nader, not God. So the cats are a pain in the ass. She's throwing them away. And for her to, remember I also say when she does that laugh at the tail end of things she's are saying, which are lies, to sell the lie. It's like, I have to live my life. I have to just tell the truth. The cats are a liability, and you're throwing them away like garbage. And, you say they will benefit from a stable home. Okay, then, well, it's your responsibility to give them that stable home. Over here at this channel, we do not believe that you prayed to God, then got Salah as a miracle answer. It's a fake couples channel. You want to retire and just make the couples channel and get 40,000 views per. You're trying to get it happening. It's off to a bad start, and these cats are a pain in the ass, and they gotta get liquidated. You don't tell the truth. It's like, I'm saving them from this confusion. I have to live my life with Salah. We are married. Just a horrible monster.
And I'm not going to take any more pets because no, I don't want any more pets, period. I just don't want that responsibility, honestly. I can't deal with it.
As long as we are speaking honestly, we knew that you had no business buying those 2 hamsters when you were visiting Kuwait. And sure enough, you found out that you weren't supposed to get 2. And you killed Mary, the female hamster. There is no way that you took that back to the pet shop. There's no way that Salah was walking around to his family and friends, if he even has any, saying, "Do you want hamster? Hamster?" It's like, what the fuck? No, we don't want hamster. Hello, Kuwait Kijiji. We have hamster. Why you would want a used hamster, we don't know. You can buy your own for $4. Hamster for sale. As if they were happy to take it back, and there was a family waiting. You fucking killed that hamster, you horrible fucking witch.
And I have too much other things to deal with in my life. There are people who are very, very big pet enthusiasts and cat lovers who will gladly take them. So we know people.
You know people? Like who? Nader and Dee Dee? And other weird, evil dirtbags? Then you might as well just put them down. That's BBJ and Sam. And you're just gonna give them away to strangers. And as you throw them away, you look into the camera, because they're now props that don't serve you for clicks and money. You say, "We know people. We know people." You are not a good person. Hell, you don't even qualify as human, because you have no feelings, and you lie to people. Can we just imagine what kind of weirdos you're going to give them to? Complete strangers. Complete strangers you're giving those pets away to. How horrible. And so you're confronted with that issue, so you just dismiss it. It's like, we know people. We know people. Anyone that you're dealing with is another dirtbag. Just put them down. Just go to the camera and say, they're inconvenient. It's my right. They don't fit in. And so I made the decision to put them down, and that is that. Better that than giving pets away to complete strange weirdos and just, bye, forget them. BBJ Sam, bye-bye. How horrible a monster you are.
I need some oil on his training wheels. I know I have so many. Nader has nothing but a goblin face. He is totally naked without doo-doo. He literally has...
There she was, giggling about Harry the hamster, with no feeling about having Mary the hamster killed. That's why I call this thing a monster, because it is. And she's not changed by Laneta Brown having taken her own life after getting involved with all this stuff. Like I said, we're not in Chantal's shoes. We don't want to be. Had we been, and realized what had happened, we would have walked away from the channel and said, I finally did it. I got somebody killed with all these lies. Oh my gosh, I gotta atone for my sins. There's no feeling. Okay? People, pets, makes no difference to this thing. She just carries on. An appetite on two legs. Not human. This is a monster. And she's already just giggling and carrying on and going right back to talking about Nader El-Shami and Dee Dee. Because it's a fake story, it's clicks and money, and it's more sensational when she pretends to be Muslim while doing it. How does YouTube tolerate this? I do not know.
He has nothing. He has nothing. Even iPad, his clothes, his ugly granny glasses, everything belongs to a woman that supports him. Okay, and you're a real man?
If this thing were really Muslim, then it would not be on the internet gossiping about some dirtbag that she used to work with. She's continuing to work with him. If she was in love and married, she wouldn't be talking about a man that she tells everybody beat her up and raped her. Furthermore, if she was a victim of any type of abuse, she wouldn't be, more than a year later, sitting around making up pet names for the man who had abused her and talking about him online. Oh, Nader and doo-doo, Nader and doo-doo. She talks about clout chasers. She is stealing clout from Islam, then from women who really have been assaulted. It's all just an enormous lie to create this fake story that gives her a reason for people to pay attention while she just sits there and chops up potatoes and picks at her face for like 2 hours a day. And it's pulling in about 12,000 views per now that she's come back. Because it's sensational to do so while pretending to be Muslim and wearing the hijab while it is being done. This is a huge affront to Islam, which needs to be kicked off of YouTube permanently.
And he'll hide behind the fact, oh, I can do itty bitty bo. That's nothing. Who cares about that? Any man can do that, buddy. Like, are you kidding? That's not enough. That's not enough. Ew. Especially diseases. No thanks. Cold Canada to hot Kuwait is a shock to an animal. The whole, like, no, I'm not. I know Sam's heart rate. He almost has a heart attack going up the street to MacArthur on the friggin' vet. I'm not going to take him on a plane for friggin' 12 hours. I'm not going to do it.
So did everybody get that? Chantal is a hero. She is not going to let that happen to her cats. She's not going to drag them around on a 14-hour plane trip. She will defend her cats from that. So by throwing them away and giving them to strangers, who knows what will happen to them, she's a hero. A great cat mom. Remember the t-shirt, the cat mom t-shirt that she used to have? Yeah. And she's doing impressions of Nader el-Shami, the man that she tells us beat her up and raped her. It's been like well more than a year. And what woman who was beaten up and raped by a man is going to call him cutesy pet names, Nader, and go online and do impressions of him and talk about him every other day? Everything to do with her channel is a lie. The fake fight, being Muslim, what she is about to do to those cats, just a fucking monster. And she's been doing it for so long that this is what it has to happen to it. It just spirals out of control into more and more disgusting lies. And remember, Laneta Brown had taken her life for getting involved in this stuff. This is all toxic. And do you think it's not also toxic and dangerous for this thing to be making fun of Islam regularly? It's not cool. You know, like, I just had a real laugh there. It's like, it's not cool. Yeah, that's for real. This thing needs to be off the platform permanently.
How people think that's more humane, I don't care. I really don't. People are delusional about the cats. It's not okay to put the cats that far, and you're doing the right thing by finding them a good home. Thank you, Blacks. Seriously, like...
The more and more and more live stream footage this thing produces, the more that you can tell that it is a liar. And that evil little laugh that it puts at the tail end of so many lies is a great indicator.
Whatever. You don't have to apologize for wanting to live your life. It's nobody's business. What are you going to do with your life? Exactly. So I'm just commenting on it and just venting, I guess. And I don't understand this, like, community of, like, people who feel the need to react. Like, they're all obese messes. And they pick on me and Amberlynn as, like, their centerpiece of people to pick on. Like, are you kidding? Like, and they all gain their audience on the pretense that they're, like, Charlie Fivehead, and FF Gullet. All obese. And, like...
From time to time, you mention me on your channel, too. You mentioned me on your last live stream before you went to Kuwait, and you mentioned me while you were in Kuwait. And you're supposed to be in love with Salah and newly married to him. You're talking about me. One thing you don't talk about me is I've lost more than 50 pounds, and I'm zeroing in on 60 pounds before this month is done.
Have the nerve to talk about mine and Amberlynn's lack of weight loss. I'm not a weight loss channel.
No, you have said many times in the past that you are a weight loss channel, and you've returned to weight loss journeys many times. In addition to that, it was just before you went to Kuwait, you tried another weight loss journey. The fuck are you talking about? So if Charlie decides to change her mind about something once, you gotta give her a pass, because you've given yourself 40 passes. In addition to that, Charlie is not using a filter. You can't even talk about the subject because you're talking through a Samsung filter. This is what you really look like. That's like several feet away from the filter and confusing it with the hijab and the abaya. So shut the fuck up. Take a seat.
You, though, started your channel under the pretense that you're going to do better than Amberlynn and I, but you've only gained weight. So, is your audience delusional or what? I don't get it. Like...
Go ahead with your fake little laugh to help bolster your lie. It does not change everything that I just said. Several times you said you're a weight loss channel. You attempted another weight loss journey just before you went to Kuwait. You do it all the time. Go ahead. Go ahead, pretend that you're enjoying a laugh when you're just covering up your lies and trying to sell them.
Oh my gosh. Mr. Burns, not me. Oh my gosh. Yes. I love you, Chantal. I'm sure you're doing your best with your cats. Thank you. You ever get like your eyeball, like the pulse inside your eyeball? A stick insect, stop. Colleen, 16 months. Oh my gosh. Hey girl, hey. Welcome to Ruby's Recipes. Yeah, it's not fair to them. Yeah.
We now have 2 segments remaining. One of 6 minutes, and the last will be 7 minutes. Let's do it.
I don't know why people complain about our vlogs being fake when literally I've seen vlogs where people do the same fake crap every day. I'm gonna get up and make a bulletproof coffee and then go and have a pre-gym workout, and like just the same formula in every influencer vlog out there. 3-wick candles, pre-gym mix, and like Gymshark clothes, and like it's always the same thing. So I really don't know how vlogging in a different country is not entertaining.
The difference is those couples love each other and they're real couples. So it's fun to follow them and they have real chemistry. You're about to complain that your audience wants you to burp and fart and do silly things. Chantal is just about to pick at her nose and wipe it on her abaya.
For people, but if that's what you want, like people want me to just be like always farting and doing something stupid on camera, and it's like you know what, loser nutter. Yeah, I know, but baby, I saw now his last live was criticizing me with everything I say. Can you imagine how much he is raging and jealous? And Labwa Doodoo is laughing like the parrot. Yeah, I know. No, literally, he's like sitting like this beside the TV with his friggin' buck teeth or whatever, and he's like. And by the way, what was I going to say? People said that buckwheat's racist. It's not.
Coming from you, with your history of racist comments, yes, it is racist. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Farting around the globe. Just give things for peace. Depending what he's doing, I'm not sure. I think he's going to be staying with his mom for a while. And then getting a job. I think his brother's going to try to get him a job where he works. But I'm not sure. I'll let him tell you about stuff. You know. Probably the best thing for him right now. Vlogging as an obese person is a cool thing you can do. Whatever, you know. We want you to do the late weight loss bees. Well, it will happen someday.
That is right, Beezers. It will happen someday. Keep believing. Keep dreaming, and most importantly, keep tuning in to Chantal and keep giving her $5 a month just so you can ask her them dumb questions and provide suggestions. I want to see you do the weight loss bees, and Chantal will tell you it's going to happen someday. Of course, given the source that she's been playing with the challenge of weight loss and failing and treating it like a joke for so long, for years, I guess you can really believe that it's going to happen someday. No, it will never happen. This monster is fully cooked. There are no changes coming. If you want changes, then check out FBRC, because I'm going to lose 60 pounds by the end of this month, February, okay? I'm already well over 50 pounds lost, and the success is over here. Thanks!
He's so jealous because Sel is actually healthy and attractive, and he could never.
The lying wildebeest Chantal is actually bored by her own content. I guess, without any feelings of sympathy towards this beast, it can get to be a bit of a drag, even though you're getting like around $12,000 every month for it, and it's like, Nader and Dudu are so jealous of Chantal because Salah is so fit and handsome and successful. The jealousy is raging, and the jealousy that is oh shit. Oh, if I wasn't getting $12,000 a month for this.
Oh, excuse me. He's super obsessed with me for whatever reason. I don't care if it's whatever reason it is. Anger, revenge.
Money. It is money that is the reason. Because you two idiots are working together. There's no anger, there's no revenge. And you were never beaten up and raped by Nader El-Shami. You never brought any charges. It's just a very toxic web of lies, which is what I'm going to refer to it now as. I always said, way before Laneta Brown got mixed up with this garbage and unalived herself, I said that you exploit vulnerable people, sad, broken people, get involved in this garbage, and it's all for money. You're all working together, and it is evil.
That I'm with someone else. He's just pathetic. Like, you need to just get over it and talk about anything else. But no, actually, views. He won't get views without me. So
that is a red herring. Chantal is always saying, because she tries to make this feel like it's real when it is not. Oh, that Nader El-Shami, he needs the views. He's got to keep talking about me. He just keeps talking about me, Chantal, because he needs the views to get some money. Hold on, you talk about him all the time. What do you have to bring besides talking about Nader El-Shami and Didi all the dang time and pretending to be Muslim, to give your pathetic couples channel the spice of a Canadian in Kuwait, when really it's just you working with some dirtbag friend of Nader El-Shami's. Salah threatened to beat up Nader. Nothing happened to either one of their channels because it's all a giant LARP, you bee.
I could, like, how pathetic is your life if you have to rely on the same person for views? Negs, how? Pete says mom only has one bed, so they have to take turns. No, he'll probably couch crash for now. I don't know. It's not my responsibility to house people.
What did I tell you? That's her life philosophy. Remember, I was watching her back when she was just a mukbang channel because I thought she was halfway funny, right? And got to notice the whole evolution of her just stopping doing any kind of, worthwhile projects, and then just, letting it all hang out with being a drug addict and then the fake stories. It started with the dirty stories. They got dirtier and dirtier and dirtier. And that's her philosophy. Whatever the heck it is, she's not responsible for it. Your happiness is not my, it's what she says. That your happiness is not my responsibility. It's what she says all the time. It's like, this is not my it's not my responsibility.
I'm friggin', like, especially adults, okay? I'm 38, I'm married, and I'm moving on with my life from everything. So, like, I don't know.
You are not moving on from anything. That's why you talk about Nader El-Shami and Didi all the time. It proves that Nader El-Shami never beat you up and raped you. This is your bread and butter. Sitting on the kitchen island, talking bullshit for 2 hours every day, and somehow you've managed to get a few thousand people to check in on this shit every dang day. And that's what you do. You're not moving on. You want to talk about adults? Don't buy hamsters. B. Don't buy I would like... apparently you can get away with saying the B word. It's just that I don't want to say it like 50 times and, break a standard or something. Don't buy hamsters if you're an adult. Especially if you're, like, going to be 39 in about a month. Don't buy hamsters. And if you want to be an adult, keep your commitments to the pets that you got earlier, right? Oh, there's just no talking sense to this garbage.
I'm not a friggin' genie. I have my own life to worry about, too. And Didi, how could she sit there and claim him?
You do not have your own life to worry about. If you did, let me give you a suggestion. Stop lying on the internet for money. How about you get a fucking job? You're gonna be 39 next month. Yeah, that's too early to retire. You would like to retire with a Canadian in Kuwait. I mean, it's so forced and so fake. I'm so disappointed by, well, why be disappointed? The garbage. French Fry Girl's garbage. Yaba's garbage. What time is it right now? It's 6:20 p.m. Eastern Standard Canadian Time, February 7th, 2023. I've been working on this thing off and on for more than a day straight. I can't get it done, and Yaba has already gotten in there fast with, you're getting rid of the cats to please Salah because you're trying to impress Salah. None of this horseshit is happening. It's all so forced and fake. I mean, Yaba's another atheist. It's like, Yaba, do you really believe that Chantal prayed to God, then received the miracle of Salah? It's just some dirtbag friend of Nader's. And then they figured out, wow, you could pretend to be Muslim. You could wear the hijab. It'll cover up all your blubber. Let's do it. Like as if she's got her own life to worry about. Chantal, stop lying on the internet. Get a fucking job. Get the fuck out of here.
It's embarrassing. Seriously. Hi, Tracy. I'm cooking now. How many people... I have 220K on my other YouTube channel and just post workouts and healthy recipes. Really, Elizabeth? Oh, no way. Wow, that's awesome. You just described like 100 people with that comment. I just seen your comment now, Tracy. Yeah, no, they have no chemistry.
Monsters such as Chantal send everything back. Her and Salah have no chemistry because they're not in love. There's not one genuine moment there between the two of them. They're fake. They're a drag. They're never going to catch on. And she can do Canadian and Kuwait all she wants to. It's not going to sell that lousy couples channel. So when you hear a comment, she's never going to say, yeah, it's just a business deal. We're pretending. Yeah. So she doesn't say that and then give up on it. She keeps pushing on the beezers, hoping that eventually they're going to come around. And while she's sitting there, she squawks about, these losers that she works with and says that Nader and Didi don't have any chemistry. She's sending it all back. It's like, oh, you want to talk about people who don't have chemistry? Nader and Didi.
And not just that, but how do you let him have another woman over in your house? Salah was like, I cannot believe she just sits there and lets him have another woman over. What?
Now listen, Chantal, and I mean that figuratively because, Chantal's got a very short attention span. She's not going to be this far in. So for those of us that can't stand Chantal over here in this community, yeah, I expect that, a lot of you folks that enjoy this are into it because I make it entertaining, right? So, if you were married, if you were really beaten up and raped by Nader El-Shami, you would not be sitting around the townhouse having a chat with a bunch of idiots about what Nader El-Shami is doing with Didi. You wouldn't talk about it. And even more so, there's no way that your husband, Salah, would be talking to you. It's like, I can't believe that she has another woman in the house with Nader. If you married a straight man, heck, even if you were just, even if you were bi, let's say you married a gay man. It doesn't matter whatever man you married. If he's marrying you, he's not going to sit around and chew the fat and talk about what your imaginary ex who beat you up and raped you is doing with the dog pile that he's with. None of this would be happening. Of course, your beezers are vulnerable, stupid, naive. They're attracted to it's just none of it makes sense. I mean, people who are real adults and have some reasonable intelligence are not going to believe that, your alleged husband is sitting around talking gossip with you about Didi and Nader.
What kind of freaking weirdo are you? After all he uses you, and he's like...
Listen to the way this creature talks. It has the mind of a 14-year-old on its best day. None of this is adult conversation. Like I said earlier, like your imaginary ex who beat you up and raped you, yeah, those were also imaginary assaults, too. He never beat you up, he never raped you. And after all this time, and after you up to and including pretending to have charged him with the fucking goofball saying, yes, the police were here. Yeah, sure they were. Sure they were not. There's no court paperwork. I keep reminding people. Like if there's anybody here that's given this channel a chance and still watches Frenchie and Yaba, it's like, drop all that shit and stay here. And it's like, well, I'm not going to get everything Chantal does if I stay here. You're not supposed to get everything Chantal does. We all should be turning away from it 100%. I don't love to hate this thing. It's a despicable, evil piece of garbage. And I'm hoping that YouTube will eventually take a second, third, fourth look at this and what it's doing to Islam, then decide to get rid of it, all right? That's my interest in this story. I mean, there's no way that adults act like this. And Chantal doesn't have the sophistication or the life experience and has no interest in it. She just tells a lying story to quite challenged audience, or an audience which is in a bad place and suffering.
Abuses you and uses you, and you let him have other women over. It's so weird. Anyway, it's not my business, but Tracy, I don't see it. When did you... Meth head, babe. Yeah, it just does straight up meth, like, whatever. Dee Dee only wanted him. No, I think because I don't know what her problem is. Like, she must have... He'll just, like, do anything. He'll do anybody. Like, anybody. Any woman. Anything is good for him. Any hole's a goal.
Do you guys see what I mean? We're almost 2 hours into this. Like, about 5 minutes away from 2 hours into this. And she is an affront to Islam. Deliberately so. Here, look. Here, do the vows again.
لا إله
ألا إله
إلا الله
إلا الله
وأشهد
وأشهد
أن
أن
محمدا
محمدا
رسول الله
رسول الله
وأبرأ
وأبرأ
من كل دين
من كل دين
يخالف
يخالف
دين الإسلام.
دين الإسلام.
الله أكبر.
الله أكبر.
الله أكبر.
الله أكبر.
الله أكبر.
الله أكبر.
Welcome to Islam. You are officially Muslim now.
Then she sits there on the kitchen island, carrying on with her fake fight stories about Nader El-Shami and Dee Dee, up to and including making the stories dirty with any hole is the goal. She is profane and an affront to Islam, needs to be taken off the platform. Dang it!
Any human, basically. So she probably liked the attention. Narcissists are good at that, giving you attention, but they're also good at being abusive and treating you like crap behind your back and lying to you and taking advantage of you. So what's the better trade-off here?
Monster Chantal, Foodie Beauty, it is the truth that you are not Muslim, so please stop making a mockery of Islam. Do not do it anymore. Get off the platform. Go get a fucking job.
Oh my gosh. Seems afraid of him. She seems like she's enamored with him. It's disgusting.
It is you who are disgusting. You always have been, and you always will be. So stop making mockery of Islam. Do not do it anymore.
Like, I don't get that, but whatever. My upgrade is 100 million. I can't even compare. Like, you guys know. Like, ugh. Kuwaiti cooking. I did say I am gonna cook more, yeah, when I get back. You know, the poppers. Yes, flop era. Exactly. She looks so ignorant doing that video. What a couple of jokes. Like, he's legit, obviously, like, having another woman in her purple bed, this friggin' lady with the braids or whatever, and the knockoff t-shirt.
This infidel is just about to start gossiping and to tell another lying, dirty story. And if Chantal were truly Muslim, she would not be gossiping dirty stories on the internet. Especially, she would not be doing it while wearing the hijab. And she's about to say that, oh, well, Didi is out working to pay for Nader while he's doing another woman in her purple bed. That is all profane and dirty material. And it's all made up, too. And it's all that she has to bring to keep people watching on this channel. And it's outrageous because she's dressed up like a Muslim to exploit that religion, which she needs to be off the platform for doing that. So here it comes.
And she doesn't care. She's out there working to pay for his cigarettes while he's doing another woman in her purple bed. Like, what? Oh my gosh.
The last segment of 7 minutes is next.
Gee, like, I say like, bullying and then defending yourself against bullying is two different things, by the way.
The only thing that you are here for is your money. You've even said it. Don't mess with my money. Don't mess with my money. Don't mess with my money. Which is fine, because everybody wants and needs money. Yet, you get your money around here by telling lies. And for you to say, oh, I'm being bullied and I'm fighting back. No, you are the bully. Because you tell lies. That's an aggressive act against decent people, to lie to them. You are the bully. And when you get legitimate criticism from someone such as myself and maybe 2 other people, you send it all back and say that you're being bullied. And now, as for the rest of it, the bullshit criticism that you pretend to play with, you know, like from Frenchie and yeah, but those are the ones I know best, right? They only treat your fake stories if it's real, and then they're pissing all over it as the shit show and the train wreck, and oh, you know, you're trying to impress a man, you know, they don't say the truth, which is, you're working with Salah, it's all fake, end of story. You see, when you say that, there's no reason to tune into the shit show and the train wreck. That's why you keep talking about Frenchie, because when Frenchie is talking about you, it keeps the interest up, and you both make money. Frenchie doesn't say get you off the platform for being blasphemous, such as I do.
I have a big question for Fitchy. Why is she ashamed of showing her double chins on the camera when she can do her live streams and talking shit about Chantal? Like, when I showed him pictures of her, he's like, and she talks about you. Like,
none of this is real, what Chantal is offering. She is integrating Salah into this fake story as the fictional character that he is. Oh, here I am fighting with French fried girl, and she's horrible. And I showed pictures of her to Salah, my husband, and he said, oh, and she makes fun of you, really? And none of it is real. None of it is real. None of it is real. It's all fake for clicks and money. There's no way that a real husband acts that way. There's no way that an adult woman acts that way. There's no way that this garbage goes on for so long. She's always talking about Nader and Didi. It's all fake. None of it is for real. And she's making a mockery of Islam too.
like, seriously, it's so crazy. Naz and Dudu are so jealous, and it drives the turd nuts when Salah doesn't respond. He doesn't need to. He's in the better position.
As long as you are going to sit there and tell lies regularly to vulnerable people who unfortunately believe this garbage, then please take off the hijab and stop talking about Islam while you do it, because it's not fair to the people who follow that religion. You can carry on and tell your lying, dirty stories and pretend that Salah and Nader are fighting over you. All this bullshit. You can do it without being blasphemous while you do it.
You know? Did you like it?
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
First serve your channel some commentary video. The
Ate too
comments.
slowly, so the potatoes got cold before I could finish them.
Mm.
And I don't know, cold potatoes just, meh, you know?
Yeah. For sure. This community of venom seems completely horrible to me. I'll never understand for what. How do they sleep? I don't know.
Do you really want to go there, Chantal, with a prepared line from one of your stooges? This community of venom is so horrible. I don't know for what. How do they sleep? So that is how you portray yourself. Just a harmless, wonderful person, minding your own business, and there's a community of venom. They're so horrible. How do these people sleep? When what is really happening is you're just a nobody, a druggie, a liar, and you eat junk food all the time, stare at the floor, and come up with dirty stories. And in order to get even more money around here, you pretend that you're in a fight with some guy in a very tumultuous relationship. You lie to a vulnerable audience and tell them that you were beaten up and raped. You say that you brought criminal charges. Okay, fair enough. Where's the trial? Oh, I dropped the charges. No, that doesn't work. You cannot do that to anybody in the civilized world and just walk away and say you changed your mind, because you put everyone at risk, including the police. It never happened. And in addition to all this, now you pretend to be Muslim just because you met some dirtbag through Nader, this Salah clown, and you figured out that you could wear the hijab and cover up your blubber. And you say, how do they sleep? How do you sleep? What you do here with this toxic web of lies caused a vulnerable woman to take her own life. And you gave her $50 and carried on, and now you get back to this horse shit and you say, how do they sleep?
In a Motel 6. Beside a big heaping ashtray of cigarette butts. That's all they do. You can just leave it.
That is the only real moment in Chantal's 2 hours plus of worthless, non-tent live stream lying garbage, which is she's there on her fat ass on that chair because she's comfortable there to sit and lean into the island. It's like a desk, and to do her 2 hours of bullshit talk to make, her thousands of dollars a month just telling lies about Nader and Didi and pretending to be Muslim and all the rest. And the fucking goof that she lives with has to go clean up after dinner. That's the only real moment in her whole garbage stream.
Where's the Kleenex?
This moment here is all the Chantal channel is. Just someone who has let themselves go, who has got all the opportunity of Ontario, Canada, and just wants to take advantage of everything and sit around, eat garbage, do drugs, and tell lies on the platform, which now include her pretending to be Muslim, too. That's it. There's no dramatic fight with Nader El-Shami. She's not married to Salah. None of it is real. It's just a loser. And, far from it being exciting, things such as this are the most boring types of people you could ask for.
Waiting for me to leave?
I was waiting for you to finish turning on the using the water. Why is Chantal jealous of someone who's insecure who won't show themselves on camera? That's what I'm saying. Like, name one thing I would be jealous of. Like, it's insane. Nothing. Zero. Zilch.
Any real Muslim woman married to a real Muslim man, would not be hanging around on YouTube for hours at a time talking nonsense gossip about some stupid clown French fry girl. All of what she's doing here is a lie.
Balls?
Her balls. Maybe. That's great. Maybe he'll fill your freezer with gumbo. What?
Hey, Chantal, that other loser there in the townhouse, Pete's, go marry him. That I would believe. You know, he is another atheist. He's always complaining about the United States of America, and so do you. Go marry Pete's. That is a channel that would be real. Of course, nobody's going to pay attention to it as a couples channel, yet that's a good place for you to start. You know, just drop all this stuff about you having married Salah and that you're Muslim. Just go marry Pete's. He's right there, you know? Make it easy. Go marry Pete's. Make a channel around that.
Salah's being the man, yeah. You guys are mean. She used to show herself, so something has changed about her. She used to show herself. That's how I saw her wiggling her chin. I believe another reason Nader left Egypt is he can live with his life as a bisexual man without breaking the law. The audacity to call Salah feminine. Are you kidding? He called Salah feminine when he belly dances in Dee Dee's living room?
The Chantal channel is an ugly, petty, dirty, fake gossip channel. And this wildebeest has added Islam to it, as if it's another prop to be exploited.
Are you kidding? These people have no self-awareness. Wayfair mirror time. Wayfair mirror time. Okay, I'm gonna go. I want to call Salah. Behind your back. Ooh. What did I miss? Okay, I have to go. Who is Judy? Welcome to Very Important Research. He does belly dance extremely effeminately. Yep. Hello, hello, she's doing a video. Turn off the water. Yeah, like... Anyways, hi Jackalope. We're just... Yeah, I might be back later. I don't know. It's 5, so I really have to get packing. Like, it's no joke. But, I don't know. Salah isn't the one sniffing poppers. You sniff them? Ew. No shame being bi, gay, or whatever. Just don't point fingers. Yeah, exactly.
That is very nice, Chantal, and it was provided by one of your chat members. And I agree with it too, and I say with this channel, everybody just go ahead and do whatever feels natural to them, alright? There's no prejudice here, and there's no racism here either. Yet, did you not just swear an oath to something?
دين الإسلام.
دين الإسلام.
الله أكبر.
الله أكبر.
الله أكبر.
الله أكبر.
الله أكبر.
الله أكبر.
Welcome to Islam. You are officially Muslim now.
Yes, that is what I thought. And in addition to that, you are pretending to be married to Salah, and you are living with Pete's, who knocked you up years ago, for which you had an abortion, and he's now identifying as LGBT. You should have stayed in a hotel, and if you want to say you have no money, you should have pitched a tent, or stayed in your mother's basement before you moved back in with another man while you're claiming to be a married Muslim woman married to a Muslim man. It is all lies coming from you.
Remember every time we go there, why is the lube open?
Dirty story about going to Nader and Didi's and finding the anal lube lying around open. There has been no change in the material that this thing produces. It is the same lying sack of shit telling dirty stories while high on drugs that it was before. Only now it pretends to be Muslim, having taken an oath to officially be Muslim, which is an affront to Islam for this creature to do. We got about 2 minutes of footage left. I said I was going to give you the first little bit, some parts in the middle, and the last couple minutes. So just for context, I'm going to play the last couple minutes. And before we're done, remember at the start, she said, oh, I don't want to deal with this beep. Yeah, she said shit. She continues to swear while wearing the hijab and telling everyone that she is Muslim, which is more of an affront to that religion. So let's just play it. We got about 2 minutes. Hey, we're more than 2 hours in. And we got like 2 minutes left. Let's just do it and finish.
I'm so happy I'll never have to go through that shit ever again. That crap ever again. Bye, Vans Bees, or bye, everybody. What's bees maybe later, okay? We'll see. Don't worry, I have lots of good beesing planned when I go back too. I'll be a lot happier than here, that's for sure. Do you think his dance skills were a virtue of character? Yeah, I'm leaving Jackalope. I need to go do skincare on my face. Badly. I think they do actually flop. I've seen some. It's so weird. Hey, Basic. Who's Judy? I'm missing a joke. Stay amazing, Miriam. Thank you, Freya. Do a hot cheese mask. Yeah, we have to move out before I go back. I'm here to take care of all that stuff. All that crappy, mundane life crap. I had an idea. Can you use Canadian Tire money to pay? I forgot about Canadian Tire money. I think my stepdad had a lot of that stuff, but I don't know. Alright, guys. I gotta go. I'll see you next time, okay? Thanks for eating with me. Bye.
Chantal is not a Muslim. She was never a Muslim. She was always an atheist, and she is an atheist now. She was never a follower of Christ, as she says she was, just before she became Muslim, as she says. She is not Muslim. She will never be Muslim. She is only exploiting Islam for cheap clicks and money on this platform. And she's going to keep doing it until someone within the Muslim community contacts YouTube and makes a compelling argument to have them put this content to an end permanently and never allow this thing to come back to this place, because it has broken too many terms of service, and when it's allowed to come back, look at what it does. How can you forgive a deliberate infidel to Islam for clicks and money? This thing, filled with lies, deception, and vile material, has no conscience and no regret for what it does. Inshallah, this thing is removed from the platform permanently.